Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and Steve Shanley is back with me one more time.
Last time.
As for the Cedar Rapids Municipal Band, hard to believe, week 9. The summer is nearly over.
Summer is nearly over. School is almost upon us, but, it's better than the alternative, right?
That's right. Well, we'll grab just a little bit of summer while we still can, and do that by going to one of the last concerts of the Municipal Band. Well, you have 9 programs that you have to plan every year, and I'm guessing that so do you do it in order? Do you go, okay, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, or do you kind of lay them all out in front of you, maybe with some either physical papers or notes, and kind of do a murder board thing where you're plotting them in as you go?
Yeah, the most honest answer to that question is when Amy, the librarian, says, hey, I need the music. That's when I basically do the planning. And so this year, she was gone for the last half of the season, so I had to get it all figured out pretty far in advance. So I will figure out the soloists. So the featured soloists are the first thing that go into figuring out the summer, and that usually happens in April and May. And then we kind of start to fill in from there. So if the soloist wants to perform something that is a Broadway adjacent piece, then I'm probably not going to pick any Broadway music for that week. Or if it's a jazz piece that the soloist is playing, then I might not necessarily do one of the jazz medleys that we like to play. So it really all kind of starts with that featured soloist, and then we kind of work back from there. And one of the reasons, in addition to being a procrastinator, one of the reasons that I do like to put off the programming as long as possible, there's a few. We don't really know who is going to be in the band necessarily from week to week. And so it's helpful for me to know, okay, this is what the trumpet section looks like this week. We can maybe play some of this repertoire. And then the other part of it, too, is I steal most of my ideas from other people. And is it stealing when they offer them to me? I don't know what that would be considered. But when someone says, for example, hey, did you know that there's a new How to Train Your Dragon movie coming out? You should play some music from that. I think, oh, that's great. I didn't think about that. So that's why I kind of like to wait a little bit longer. And especially once the season gets going, the first couple weeks in June, there will be audience members and band members alike who have suggestions for me for music that they might wish to play.
So it's actually good not to have the whole season planned out, because you can take advantage of those suggestions.
That's what I like to tell myself.
Yeah,
yes.
we'll go with that.
And it just works a little bit better for my style.
So what is on tap then for the final week?
So we do have How to Train Your Dragon this week. Yes.
What an amazing coincidence.
Yes, and I think the music is wonderful. My wife and I are still torn. We loved the animated version so much that we just don't know if we want to go watch the live action one or not. If it will. Have you seen the live action?
I have not.
Yeah, I've
heard it's good.
Our kids were at just the right age, and so we have so many happy memories with the original How to Train Your Dragon. But we'll probably give it a shot just because I love the story and I love the music. So we'll be playing that. And our featured soloist is Aaron Piper on trombone, Marion High School student and former jazz band camper, correct?
Well, last week we were talking about jazz band camp and about how often we're so pleased and proud when we see students go on to really do very, very well in music. And Aaron is a perfect example of that. 3-year jazz all-stater, I think maybe a 4-year regular concert band all-stater, lots of solo awards and stuff at Marion High School, and headed to UNI in the fall.
Yeah, this was a good summer for jazz band campers and playing with the municipal band. We had Camden Neff earlier in the summer. He's the one who won the whole thing. So very cool to feature Aaron. And he is playing a piece by Sammy Nestico called Reflective Mood, which kind of crosses the genre, kind of seems classical and jazz at the same time.
And is that third stream when something kind of combines classical and jazz? I mean, that's not...
That would be kind of the old school term for it.
Yeah, that's what they have called it various times in the past, yeah.
Yep, and he sounds great. Everyone's going to love that. And I think the one that the musicians are most excited about this week is John Williams music. And it's not E.T., it's not Star Wars, it's not Harry Potter, but it is one that they just love playing, even though the movie itself is almost all but forgotten. Do you want to take a guess?
I'm going to say 1941.
That's a good guess. That is an excellent guess. The march from 1941 still gets played quite a bit. There is enough music in this movie to make a 10-minute medley.
Okay, a John Williams movie that is
John Wayne. I think it was John Wayne.
Oh, okay.
The Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So early John Williams.
Yes. And so I think that was John Wayne, wasn't it? And he had all of those boys that he had to turn. I never actually saw the movie, and most of us who love John Williams actually haven't seen the movie. I should probably go watch it. The music is just fabulous. And this is one that the musicians every few years, they say, hey, we haven't played the Cowboys in a while. We'd love to play the Cowboys. So even though you have not seen the Cowboys, or you know what, the movie itself might be The Cowboy and the Girl or something like that.
The Cowboys, 1972.
It
Real-time follow-up here.
Okay.
Roscoe Lee Brown, Bruce Dern, a young Bruce Dern, Colleen Dewhurst, Robert Carradine is in that movie.
Oh, okay.
A. Martinez is a character actor that you would know from a lot of movies and TV, would have been in it probably as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, even if you haven't seen it or heard the music, you're going to recognize right away, oh, this sounds like John Williams, and it's awesome. It's very difficult for the band, but I'm excited
That had
for
to
that
have
one.
been one of his first. I mean, could you think, because he was with Mancini and
Right, he was doing all the
60s,
session work and
doing all of that stuff. So
and
70,
orchestrating for like Fiddler on the Roof and things like that. Yeah, this might have been.
it would have had to have been very early for him.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
So
those were all his, all the ideas that came to a fruition in all of those that you mentioned. This is probably where he.
You'll hear little sparks of some of them here and there
Yeah,
for sure. Some of his
totally
favorite
will.
little melodic vocabulary that he used over the years. So yes, and then ending the program, ending the season with Henry Fillmore's "The Circus Bee," which is one of my favorite up-tempo marches.
Some of them you just do for yourself.
I do. That one I thought I'm going to end the summer how I want to.
And then where will the concerts end? Last week you kind of teased
Yes.
a new-ish location for one of the final concerts.
Very good memory for someone of your age, Dennis, to remember all the way a week ago that conversation. Yes, we'll be at Hughes Park, which we played for the first time last year. And we did it a little earlier in the summer last year. And so the sun was still kind of high up, and there isn't a lot of shade there, or wasn't last year at that point. So we're hoping putting it week 9 that it'll be a little bit shadier, a little bit cooler for the audience. And then finishing up as we usually do at Bever Park.
Wow, can't believe that the season is so close to being over. But the good news is we have Steve Shanley to kick around a lot more this summer, as you're actually helping with not one but 2 concerts for Jazz Under the Stars.
Yes, looking forward to that.
You're helping with our Funk Night.
Night.
As a member of Funk Stop, and then you have put together kind of a tribute band to the great Al Naylor, reuniting some members of his I-380 Express.
Yes, that has probably been one of the most fun aspects of my summer, is getting to do that for Al and recognizing the great legacy that he had with that I-380 Express big band that played for the Variety Club Telethon all those years, and managed to get quite a few players who were involved with that band or people who were former students of Al's to come in. It's going to be a great band and a great close to the Jazz Under the Stars this season.
And that will be our final Jazz Under the Stars. So come back in a few weeks and we'll talk about that. But in the more immediate future, it's the final concert this week for the Municipal Band. Hughes Park and Bever Park on Wednesday and Sunday. And of course, if for some reason you can't get there, you can watch it on Facebook Live.
Watch on Facebook Live or check out our website, crmuniband.org, to get our schedule and other information you might need about the group.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Dennis.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.